So Fenton and Randy, you guys have been so successful in branching off into ancillary business models, such as DragCon and some of the other events that you've had. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I think, you know, I suppose in TV, there's a lot of jargon and people talk about demographics and what was really interesting when we did DragCon, it was kind of a leap of faith to do it, but it was really interesting to meet the audience, the people who watch Drag Race. They actually come to DragCon, and it's so against what all the rules of research and demographics tell you. Yes, there's a hugely young audience, but it's multi-generational. That surprised people. Also, I think people expected it to just be an LGBT audience, and yes, there is that element. And also, there are over 50% of women attend DragCon. And there are families with kids. And you suddenly realize that all the rules aren't necessarily true. And that the whole idea of watching a show may just, in fact, be part of a larger experience of, wouldn't it be great if you could go and see it, if you could go and experience it in some way, or wouldn't it be great if you could do this or that? That it doesn't have to just be about the show, and it doesn't also just have to be about necessarily potentially very cynical marketing of like, oh, let's go to buy a t-shirt, but just creating this, I don't know, this sort of 360 experience where it could exist in many different forms, in many different ways, and I think that's...
And I think all that just comes out of kind of, from the beginning, our whole career and our whole company has been, everything we've done has been motivated by, like when Dan was talking about, a unique voice, but it's also like an authentic voice. Everything we do, we're passionate about. And so much of what we do, you know, we're one of the few sort of production companies of our size in town still that's still independent. Like, we haven't sold because we want to continue to kind of be our own bosses and do our own thing. But part of doing that, I mean, we all know as producers, you know, you have to create, you not only build the brand or build what you're doing, but be open to different forms of revenue. Like, just, you have to just go out there and find ways to kind of grow what you're doing. And for us, we became aware that it's not just Drag Race, but there, you know, all the different sort of stuff we produce, the docs, they all sort of have a common thread. And there's a connection, there's a community of people that we found we were engaging with. And so that inspired us to do DragCon and to try and cross-pollinate all of that audience.
Fantastic. Very cool. Thank you.